Yo, every week I scour the interwebs to find juicy free games for you to enjoy, and this week is no exception. I want to start on Steam, where you can get a very juicy title 100% free of charge. Knightfall, A Daring Journey, is a unique action-packed multiplayer game that takes you on what you can easily call a wild ride. You and a friend play as two knights who must work together to survive a daring journey, steal roses, drift your horses, and reach the castle before the others. Your initial impressions of Knightfall is highly likely to be influenced by your love of quirky, fast-paced co-op games with a touch of strategy and a lot of humor. And yes, it is a third-person action game with a twist. Unlike typical competitive multiplayer games, the emphasis here is on cooperation and strategic planning with your teammate. The unique mechanics, including drifting horses, a playful art style, set it apart from other co-op games out there. It used to be a game that you had to pay for to play, but I guess the developer wanted to boost the amounts of people online and hence turned it into a free-to-play game. For our benefit, I guess. Next, we take a look at a game that will do its utmost to test your mental resilience and love of claustrophobia. This eerie puzzle game is all about navigating claustrophobic spaces and overcoming your fear of being alone, just like a solo trip to IKEA. Cassiculus. This game throws you into a maze of narrow corridors and confined spaces where your only company is the echo of your own footsteps. Or you could also say it's like being stuck in an elevator with your ex, uncomfortable and slightly terrifying, at least if you had my ex as well. Despite the claustrophobic vibes, Cassiculus has been receiving mostly positive reviews on Steam since its release. I guess the game's atmosphere is perfect for those who enjoy a good brain tease with a side of existential dread. Oh, and by the way, if you want to stay up to date on free games and get them served to you in this quick and quirky setting, then do us both a favor and smash the subscribe button, and like the video if you want to be extra nice, it really helps. Oh, and as always, links to all of the games mentioned in this video are in the description and they take you straight to the deal. And I added chapters and timestamps for you 22 homies who asked in the last video. Next up, we take a look at Asteroids++, a modern twist on a classic arcade game. If you've ever dreamed of being a lone spaceship pilot blasting through an endless field of space rock, then this one's for you. Think of it as an intergalactic cleaning duty, but instead of a broom, you've got lasers. 10 out of 10. Asteroids++ takes the nostalgia of an old school game and cranks it up with better graphics, more intense gameplay, and way more asteroids. It's like the universe decided to dump its entire gravel supply on you, and you're the only one with a shovel. It's fun and a nice trip down memory lane for a boomer gamer like myself. Next, I want to get your eyeballs on Ocean World Eden Crafters. If you've ever dreamed of building your own base on a funky new planet, then look no further. This game offers a unique blend of creativity and exploration. It challenges you to craft, build and customize your very own world. The full game isn't out as of yet, so I guess this is more of a prologue to give you an idea about what's to come. And if you end up liking it, you can always wishlist it to get updates closer to release. Next up, we take a look at Senile Zombies. Like, imagine a zombie apocalypse, but instead of brain-hungry monsters, you're up against zombies who've seen better days and don't quite remember where they left their dentures. In Senile Zombies, you'll fend off hordes of forgetful undead who are more likely to ask you about the good old days than eat your brains. It's a quirky, fun twist on a classic zombie survival game. It's perfect for anyone who loves a good laugh while bashing zombies back into their retirement homes. The key here is to shoot your way through multiple rounds of increasingly stronger enemies while upgrading your own powers to keep up. Next, a quick look at Battle Crush. If you're a fan of intense, fast-paced battle and strategic gameplay, then this game is right up your alley. Battle Crush combines the thrill of real-time strategy with tactical combat, challenging you to outwit and outmaneuver your opponents for a great success. The goal of Battle Crush is to fight among up to 30 players from all over the world and become the sole survivor in the end. It's a quick, action-packed game where each round only lasts about 80 minutes at most. Just like me and... never mind. The point here is to survive as the ground collapses beneath your feet while your enemies come from you at all directions. The game is still in early access, so have patience, because when I was playing it was lagging so much it felt more like a PowerPoint presentation. But that's most likely just me and my toaster of a PC. Next, I wanna leave Steam and take a quick look at Dragon's Dogma 2, which some say is an epic adventure that you should not miss out on. Dragon's Dogma is offering a free trial of this legendary RPG and giving you a chance to flavor it, so to say, flavor a world filled with dragons, magic and epic quests. I was kinda torn whether to include it or not because unfortunately you get a total of 2 hours to spend in-game before you have to bend over and allow Dragon Dogma to get their sticky fingers on some of that hard-earned money. But in Dragon's Dogma, you will embark on a journey where you can customize your character, build your own team of AI-controlled pawns, and battle colossal creatures. It's like Skyrim meets Dark Souls, but sprinkles with a bit more dragon slaying. I guess the best thing to do here is take it for a spin for those 2 hours and see if it tickles you in just the right way. Let's head on over to the Epic Store this week, where last week we mentioned Sunless Skies Sovereign Edition. You know, the game that's all about sailing the stars, betraying your queen and murdering a son. That type of game. So to be fair, I don't want to spend too much time on the game. It's still available until the 4th of July, and if you want a bit more information about the game, you can check my last video. Anyway, what I wanted to say, if you haven't claimed it, you still can park it in your digital library. And replacing Sunless Skies will be the Falconeer. Here you will brace yourself for a juicy journey where you'll take flight on the back of a majestic chicken, exploring a vast and pretty good looking open world. The game is set in a beautifully crafted oceanic realm known as the Great Your Sea. The Falconeer invites you to dive into this aerial combat game where you'll experience intense dogfights against rival factions and powerful enemies. You'll have to master your Falcon's maneuvers, upgrade your arsenal, take on daring missions that'll test your skills as a Falconeer. It's a blend of high flying action, exploration and discovery. Whether you're soaring through stormy clouds or skimming over the serene waters, the sense of freedom and discovery is pretty cool in this one, and now I can truly say I know how the local pigeons feel. Next up, and for my racing fanboys, me included, is Formula Evolution 2024. If you're a fan of Formula 1 like me, then jump in as this game puts you behind the wheel of cutting-edge Formula cars racing around iconic circuits. If I'm not mistaken, this game is made by a single dude in his basement, which is pretty impressive in itself, not to mention his ability to give you the smoothness of feeling in the rides that make it just right. An added bonus, you'll also be able to perfect your car's setup and execute strategic pit stops, which is really cool. Give it a go if you like racing games, and remember to leave a review to support the developer. Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to tell you to get ready to loosen those purse strings and tighten your gaming belts because the Steam Summer Sale of 2024 is just kicking in. It's the time of the year when our wallets weep and our game libraries explode with potentially incredible deals. A majority of AAA games hit their all-time low during the heavy-hitting Steam Summer Sale, which allows you to pick up some pretty good stuff at what I think are reasonable prices. But be aware, my friend, for the temptation to fill your cart to the brim will be strong. Exercise caution unless you want your bank account to join the game over screen. I'm thinking about doing like a top 10 or top 20 best deals and serve them to your beautiful face. If you want it, let me know. And that pretty much gets us to the end of today's video. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch my video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, subscribe if you haven't, like yeah, why not? Thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Rock the 40 knots like this.